India. The sun beats down on a dusty alley, the familiar sound of a leather ball hitting a makeshift wooden bat echoing between the tightly packed buildings. This isn't the manicured green of Eden Gardens or the roaring stadium of Wankhede. This is gully cricket, the lifeblood of countless Indian neighborhoods. Here, every brick wall is a fielder, every parked scooter a wicket, and every run a matter of intense personal pride. For a group of young men in what could be any town from Punjab to Tamil Nadu, it's a typical afternoon escape. The bowler, a lanky teenager with a determined glint in his eye, takes a long, theatrical run-up. The batsman, poised and confident, adjusts his stance, his eyes fixated on the approaching ball. The air is thick with anticipation, the friendly banter of teammates, and the distant hum of city life. What starts as a simple, joyous game, a celebration of sport in its purest form, is about to take a sharp, unexpected turn. Descending into the kind of chaos that can only erupt when passion boils over and egos collide in the crucible of the streets, the game is at a critical juncture. The batting team needs just a few more runs to win, with only a couple of balls remaining. The pressure is palpable. The bowler, feeling the weight of his team's hopes, hurls the ball with everything he has. It's a fast, tricky delivery that zips past the batsman's desperate swing. A loud, confident appeal for out erupts from the fielding side. They claim the ball nicked the bat on its way to the makeshift wicket-keeper. The batsman, however, stands his ground, shaking his head vehemently. He is adamant there was no contact, that the sound they heard was the ball hitting a loose stone on the ground. The umpire, a neutral friend who was reluctantly roped into the thankless job, looks uncertain. He hesitates, caught between two fiercely opposing factions. This single moment of contention becomes the spark. Accusations start flying, voices rising from a competitive shout to an aggressive roar. It was out. One player screams, jabbing a finger towards the batsman. "You're a cheater." Another yells from across the narrow lane. The batsman, his face now a mask of fury, retorts with equal venom, his words questioning the integrity and eyesight of the entire fielding team. The argument quickly escalates beyond the rules of cricket. It's no longer about whether the bat touched the ball. It's about honor, respect, and neighborhood bragging rights. A player from the fielding side shoves the batsman, a clear violation of the unspoken code of gully cricket. The batsman shoves back harder. Suddenly the game is forgotten. Teammates, who were just moments ago patting each other on the back, now rush in to defend their friends. The scene transforms in an instant. The bat, once an instrument of sport, is now brandished like a weapon. The ball lies forgotten in the dust. Chests are puffed out, insults are hurled, and the air crackles with the threat of real violence. A full-blown melee erupts. Punches are thrown, wild and clumsy, fueled by adrenaline and anger. Shirts are grabbed and torn. The friendly neighborhood alley becomes a battleground, the joyous shouts of the game replaced by grunts of pain and rage. It's a chaotic, tangled mess of flailing limbs and furious faces, a testament to how quickly the line between sport and conflict can blur. From the windows and doorways of the surrounding houses, residents begin to emerge, drawn by the commotion. Older men, who have likely seen this exact scenario play out countless times over the decades, shout for calm. Women lean over their balconies, their expressions a mixture of annoyance and concern. One elder, a respected figure in the community, steps into the fray, his authoritative voice cutting through the noise. He physically separates the main combatants, pushing them apart with a strength that belies his age. His words are sharp and scolding, reminding them of their foolishness, of their friendship, of the shame they are bringing upon their families and their neighborhood. Slowly, reluctantly, the fighting subsides. The raw anger begins to cool, replaced by the hot sting of embarrassment. The boys, their faces flushed and their clothes disheveled, avoid each other's eyes. The adrenaline fades, leaving behind only the awkward silence and the physical reminders of their foolishness, a split lip, a torn collar, a few fresh scrapes. The cricket match is over, not with a triumphant six or a game-winning wicket, but with the bitter taste of a pointless fight. They will likely play again tomorrow. The memory of this brawl, a fresh but temporary lesson in the volatile passion that defines street cricket in India.